What's up, my peeps? Mrs. Wu here, coming to you from the ZW Nation, and today I have a question, and that question is, why no Talon Ranger? Now, we know that Japan has done a lot of things with Super Sentai that America has not adapted, but it really seemed like we were getting the Talon Ranger. They were really setting it up for us to get the Talon Ranger. They sold the Megazord toy. They had the right character to play him. They were building up an interesting story. It just really seemed like we were getting the Talon Ranger. It doesn't really make any sense to me why we aren't getting him. Like, they've said that we're not getting him because of movie rights. But if that's the case, why did we get the Clash of the Red Rangers? And why did they introduce the monster who was the Talon Ranger in the Super Sentai movie? Like, why did we get that monster then? So the movie rights, that doesn't make any sense. That makes zero sense whatsoever. Now, as everyone should have figured, the theory pretty much was that Heckle would become the Talon Ranger. And to be honest, it made sense. Heckle looked human. They introduced Heckle on an episode where they were trying to find someone to become a Ranger anyway. And Heckle was, still basically bad. Like, we seen him help Shelby on the latest episode, but that was pretty much because he tried to destroy, what I believe anyway, was like the Japanese counterpart of him. And I know I'm not the only one that noticed this either, that the Zord, I can't think of the name of it, but pretty much the Talon Ranger Zord, when it went underground, it disappeared and they all went looking for the Zord, it led them to Heckle's campsite. So was it just me, or did they try to squeeze that in? Did they basically try to be like, yeah, the Zord's looking for Heckle because Heckle's supposed to be the owner of it because he's supposed to be the Talon Ranger? Like, I'm not the only one that noticed that. It was almost like Saban and Nickelodeon were like, okay, we fucked up, so let's sneak this in to make up for, Heckle not becoming the Talon Ranger. It's just me, apparently, that sees that. No, it's not just me. It just seems like they're trying to do stuff. They're trying to, nod to Heckle being the Talon Ranger, but we know there is no Talon Ranger. So, like, basically, why are you teasing us? Why are you doing this? Anyways, another reason why they say that we didn't get the Talon Ranger is because of this being Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon does kid type things, and the parents want to complain that, he was Death Ryuger in the Super Sentai movie, and, death can't be associated with Ren and Death can't be associated with Nickelodeon. The reason I was about to say something about Ren and Stimpy is because of the fact that Nickelodeon had Ren and Stimpy on it, and Ren and Stimpy, they did some shit on Ren and Stimpy. There was some shit about them having sex with each other, that they were gay for each other. There was a banned episode because Ren beat the shit out of their owner or whatever. There's a lot of explicit stuff with that, and it was on Nickelodeon. Another example is a brand new example, and that is Loud House. Now, for the most part, Loud House seems to be a typical Nicktoon type show. It doesn't really have any problems except for the image that you see here. There's a character, I can't think of his name, but I think it's Clyde. That's his name, Clyde. Clyde has two fathers. And Nickelodeon is supporting this? allowing this? Seriously? You won't allow a Power Ranger to be on there because of his name, but you allow a homosexual family to be on one of your newest shows. Nickelodeon, you are confusing me. I'm not sure who decided to do this, rather it was Saban or Nickelodeon. But if it was Nickelodeon, you fucked up. You got Ren and Stimpy on there. You have homosexual parents on there. And I have nothing against them. They seem to be very cool characters. And I like Loud House. I was just using this as an example. So if you're a Loud House fan and you're like, oh, you don't like the show and oh, you're against homosexual and stuff like that, I have nothing against them. I'm just using this as an example. But I don't mean to just keep rambling on. You know, I was just making this video to address this because I'm a big Power Ranger fan, and I was really looking forward to seeing the Talon Ranger and seeing Heckle become the Talon Ranger, and Nickelodeon or Saban was just like, nope, you're not getting it. So, if you like this video, you can like, comment, share. If you're not subscribed to my channel, subscribe. I make content. But that's about all the time I got. Peace. Hold on, can I?